Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to talk about Bryan Bottarelli for this video. You guys have probably heard of him. If you haven't, then I'll give you an introduction to who he is, what his background is. This is him with his sneaky little eyes just like poking up above here. So this is Bryan. Before I get into who Bryan is and what he does, I just want to remind you guys that tonight is the night, so we are launching a new service. It's going to be a small account challenge service where basically we're going to take 5k and turn it into 10k. With as little drawdowns as possible, as safely as possible, and repeat this, so pay ourselves after we've made the first 5k. And so, like, the emphasis here is going to be on safety, and I think this is going to be a really good webinar. Lance at Theta Traders is going to basically give us a rundown on how he's going to do this, what we're going to do, and it's tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So I highly advise that you come live, because you can talk to us and ask questions and all that sort of good stuff right here if you are on the live with us. If not, don't worry, I'll send out the replay for people that aren't. However, the other advantage to being on the live tonight is that we're going to offer a free subscription to this new service, to the 5k to 10k small account challenge, and it is going to be a free lifetime. So basically, if you just go to the link in the description below, put in your details, and you'll be entered automatically onto my spreadsheet, which will then be used to select at random a winner during the webinar tonight. And so if you come to the webinar, throughout the whole webinar, you'll be able to sign up for this, and at the end of the webinar we'll do a prize draw and give somebody a free subscription. And we've done this a couple of times now on the last few webinars, and it's gone really well. People have really enjoyed having their free subscriptions, so we may even do more than one giveaway, so depends on how we feel, right? So anyway, if you want to make sure you don't miss this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, click the notification button, hit the notify me button, anything you can to make sure you don't miss the webinar tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I realize this is a bit later than most webinars would run, and so we will send out a replay afterwards as well. Anyway, those two things out the way, you can find those in the description below, so make sure you check that out if you're interested in that. Anyway, so this is going to be an interesting time over the next few weeks, because I was contacted by Bryan Bottarelli's team at Monument Traders Alliance, and basically they were saying, hey, do you want to interview Bryan about some of what he does? And you know, I've been in the war room, which is what he's best known for, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But I've been in the war room, and he definitely seems like a really great trader. I took some really good trades with him, and he seems like the real deal. So what I thought I'd do is do a little bit of research on who he is, his background, before I do the interview. So here's what I found. So this is Bryan, like I said. I'll leave a link to this page so you can come and check out any of the links on here. Basically, this is the start of where did Bryan really start? Well, where he is at now is very different from where he started at originally. At the moment, he's running two different services. He's running the War Room, so you can go and click and check out the War Room video here. And he's doing this Trade of the Day Plus, which I'm also a member of. So I'm a member of the War Room and Trade of the Day Plus. I like them both. Trade of the Day Plus is for more slow sort of stock trades. But it does have an 80% win rate guarantee, so you get your money back if he doesn't hit that 80% win rate. So I do like this as well, so you can come here and buy that if you want. It's very, very low cost. The War Room's a little bit more extensive, so it's a little bit more expensive as well. So yeah, so those are the two services that he's running at Monument Traders Alliance at the moment. And really, one of the things that helped me come across Bryan again, or revitalize that connection that I had with him 3 or 4 years ago, I was in the War Room, was the fact that he works alongside Nate Bear. So although they don't share service together, they work for the same company, this Monument Traders Alliance. And I've really had a lot of success with the one ticker payouts or profit surge trader that Nate does. So definitely check out my review on that. I'll put a link in the description as well. But you can also find it in some of these other pages that will be in the description below as well. So Bryan basically started as a kid, basically. So he was trading like everything from basically Michael Jordan rookie cards and all these different things, flipping Star Wars figures as a kid for money. So he really started as an entrepreneur or trader from a very early age, which was really cool. And so it was obvious that he had that the it factor, where it came to like basically flipping things, selling things for profits. So he got a business degree at Indiana University School of Business, and he dove headfirst into the world of stock options trading on the CBOE. That's what I call it, at least. I don't know how you guys say it, but Chicago Board Options Exchange, or CBOE. So he got taught by some of the best floor traders during the tech frenzy of the late 90s. So this guy's been trading for like 20 plus years, and he honed his skills even amongst the mess that was the 90s. So he was able to pick up the secrets that are more like inside Wall Street, you know. So he really is, he's like the real deal. Like, he's not just some 20-year-old out of their basement, like on Discords usually. But he basically started a company. Bottarelli Research was born, which is then sort of morphed into or combined with, in some way, with Monument Traders Alliance, which he founded or co-founded with him and Karim and a couple of others. So, yeah, so he started off as basically, like, even from a young age, being able to do these types of trades, even if it was like a baby kid type of trader. And so he has a bunch of different strategies now. He uses earnings plays, he uses technicals, he uses news events. He's very like robust and versatile trader is how I'd probably put it. So he's able to basically also use hedging strategies as well. And so he learned that on the floor, right? The professional floor traders are really into their hedging strategies. So he's also very good at preventing big losses, which is really key because a lot of these gurus don't do much of that and they kind of just gamble. So he is basically at the moment working on the War Room. So him and another guy called Karim are working on, basically they run this room, which is a premium room, and it's a chat room which gives out alerts and education. So it's really cool, and I'm reviewing it at the moment again. I did a review back in 2021, which I'll put a link to in a minute and show you some of that. And I'm also doing a review of Trade of the Day Plus, so you can go and check that out here as well, if you like medium term stock trading stuff. So it's kind of like a high level overview of who Bryan is, where he came from, what his credentials are in terms of trading. And this is some of the stuff I was talking about. So, for example, his Trade of the Day Plus has this 80% win rate guarantee. The trades come out on the Wednesday. So every Wednesday he gives out a trade after hours via a video. And it really is a fantastic little service. So it's very low cost. It's kind of comparable to Nate Baer's Profit Surge Trader, but Nate Baer really focuses on short-term options, so maybe a few days to a week or two at the most, with probably, slightly bigger percent gain. So if you're into that sort of thing, I'd go with Nate Baer stuff. If you're into like longer-term stocks, and not as many people are these days as they used to be, then I'd definitely check out Bryan's Trade of the Day Plus. Every Wednesday he sends out this little video. So again, I'll leave links to all this stuff in the description below. This is another review that I'm doing of Trade of the Day Plus as well, so you can check that out. And I do have a full War Room review that started back in 2021, but I haven't been a member since. So I put in here, I first joined the War Room in 2021. I stayed for a while and made some trades in there in this review, so you can go through and look at them all. They all were winners, apart from I think maybe one. So I really did like it, but it was too expensive at the time for me. And I've matured as a trader a lot since then, and I know it's only been a few short years. But I've rejoined and I'm currently rediscovering the how good these guys are. So I'm trying to update this review as I go on and basically go through what he's doing in the War Room and what his his colleague Karim does as well. And so there's a video on here, so if you've seen this in the channel before, but I've embedded it in the review. If you're interested in the War Room at all, which I suggest you are because it's really, really good, then check out this full review, and it'll be continually updated as I take new trades and as time goes on. So yeah, so that's kind of my video on Bryan Bottarelli. I'm looking forward to the interview probably in 2 or 3 weeks with Bryan, where we're going to talk about the War Room, his other services, his strategies, his techniques, like basically a full-blown interview, which is going to be really fun. I'm really excited about it, so keep tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys later.